did go to Jewish preschool for like 1 year when I was like 4 years old.
Oh, there it is. We got him. We got him.
But then I went to public school up
Right.
until high school. And in high school, my parents forced me to go to Catholic high school, where I went to mass, Bible study, all that stuff, right? And then I moved to Singapore when I was in high school. So I literally lived with international people from all over the world, every possible religion and ethnicity. And then I came back to America. I was actually, let's say, agnostic / atheist in college for a little bit, had a phase like that, and became more and more spiritual as I've grown older. And now I do absolutely believe in God. I believe that this universe is a construct and all constructs have a creator. So there you go. That's my background. By the way, none of my family is Jewish. My mom's side of the family is Italian and German, like 3 or 4 generations back. My dad's side is Scottish. That's where Forbes comes from. Forbes is a long-standing Scottish name. There's a house, castle, Forbes, all this stuff. There you go. Now you know my background.
All right. So I do want to point this out because I can't let this show go without saying this. And we're talking about Charlie Kirk here. I know there's a big debate between Israel, Christianity. Did Israel do it? Did they not? Obviously, I think we've summed up that we do not at this time believe Israel's done it. We also believe that there are grifters out there that think or are trying to say that Israel has done it. But I do want to say about Charlie Kirk and his legacy. 2 Timothy 4:7 says, I have fought the good fight. I have finished a race. I have kept the faith. Charlie's life really reflected this. He wasn't perfect, but he lived with conviction. I mean, he stood boldly for what he believed, even when it cost him his life in this case. And so what will our legacy be? Will we be remembered just as people that didn't stand for truth, or will we be remembered as people that did stand for truth, or the people that stood silent? Charlie Kirk was not silent. He stood for truth no matter what it cost him, and eventually it did cost him his life. Joshua 1:9 says, have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be frightened, and do not be dismayed, for that the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Fear is the tool of the enemy. When voices like Charlie's are attacked, it is meant to intimidate us, but we must not be in fear. Instead, we trust that God goes before us. And so no matter what, you have to speak on truth, and especially God. He says, do not be fearful of what you are supposed to say. This has been a big thing with us on this podcast, spirituality wise, is like, what do we say? And so the church must never shrink back. Like our calling as truth seekers, Ashton, you, people out there should be talking about, we can't recede after this. Our calling is to be courageous, and we cannot compromise.
Have to be Charlie Kirk. And even though I am not a Christian, I am still a follower of Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
And I believe in what he stood for. And that's number one. You know, and I think that there's this big elephant in the room right now, you know, about Israel and about Jews and where they stand and where Christians stand. And I think we have to have this conversation.
Well, and I want to go on. So love is our greatest weapon. John 13:34-35 says, a new commandment I give you is that you love one another, not just as I have loved you, but you also have to love one another. By this of all people, that you know you are my disciples, if you have love for one another. Charlie challenged us to think critically and stand firm in this entire thing. That's why when he would bring people to the microphone, he would say, you know, hey, what is your situation? And some of these people are trans, some of these people are whatever walks of life. And then when the crowd would start kind of booing them or whatever, Charlie would say, no, let them talk, dude. Like this is the point of this conversation.
Right.
And so when hatred rises, love harder. When division deepens, build bridges. And that's what you got to do. Romans 1:16 says, for I am not ashamed of the gospel, for it is the power of God and the salvation for everyone who believes. Charlie wasn't ashamed to speak boldly, and neither should we. And the gospel is something not to hide.
Yeah.
It is the very power that changes hearts, families, and nations. And I think if you guys look at Charlie Kirk's assassination,
we have to have hard conversations too, though, where it doesn't go like with exactly what Charlie Kirk believed in, but his belief went far beyond the Christian belief.
Yeah.
He believed in everyone, and he believed that everyone was a child of God, no matter what their religion is. If they didn't believe in God, or if they did believe in God, he was trying to be a truth seeker to bring those people to God. And no matter where they are or what their stance was, I think that's the difference with Charlie Kirk than a lot of other people.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
just let it
And
there.
let me just say that it's very difficult to unbrainwash people. I saw that comment in the chat. Absolutely. It may even be impossible. And that's what I said about, we may have to make hard decisions about how we stop this. But Charlie Kirk was one of a kind. Watching his clips, what he did, nobody can do what he did. This guy went to college campuses and he had the right kind of attitude to be able to interact with these people who were screeching lunatics that hated him, right? And he did it with grace every time. No, I'm not even going to say the guy's name. He's, well, you'll know he's a cuck. He was trying to be Charlie Kirk. He's trying to go out there and do what Charlie Kirk did. He's just getting completely annihilated. People are screaming him down. He can't even handle a crowd. This goes to show that what Charlie Kirk did was a skill. And I really hope that we can learn from what he did and take the lessons from it and try to do what Charlie Kirk wanted to do, which was change the hearts and minds of people. I do hope that that's possible. I don't know that it is, but I do hope so.
No, I 100% agree with that, Ashton, for sure. It's been an interesting conversation tonight, absolutely. And I wish Ian would have come on the show. He didn't. I literally right before that we started this podcast, I said, hey, I sent the link to Ian. I said, hey, if you want to come on, because I don't know how many people you have. I seeing 10,000 something here live, and that's across I don't know whatever platforms, but I think that clips from this or the actual show going forward will get a lot more notoriety.
Well, and I think we have to have conversations like this. And it's not just like calling somebody out and saying you're a piece of shit because you believe in this, but where does your thought process come from? Is it from making money or is it from believing in like the truth of God?
Yeah.
And this is where Chad and I struggle so much with religion. And I'm totally spiritual, but I'm not all into religion. And I think conversations like this have to be told and people have to like hear them. And we got to figure out where we are in order to come together. Because
Let me tell you. Oh, go ahead.
I think there's so much divide in our world and especially in America. And I think we're divided on more than just black and white and this and that. And, but we are divided spiritually.
And let me say, in terms of how to reconcile, first of all, Ian Carroll, he should have already apologized to Erica Kirk. It's gross that he hasn't yet. That's the first thing he needs to do. He needs to apologize. He needs to admit that he was wrong for pushing this conspiracy theory. I mean, this is just base stuff. This is it. And he needs to say that he's a retard. I'm just adding that in there. He should also then apologize to me and the other people that he's been kind of going after for the last week straight. He needs to do that. He's going to lose a lot of followers. He's going to lose a lot of credibility, but that has to be the base point that he has to do. After that, here's the situation. I'm the kind of person that I will still listen to you. I will still listen to you even if you push something like this, as long as the next time you learn from it. The next time you actually push something with facts and evidence. The reason why I liked Ian Carroll initially is that he had good videos and stuff where he actually pushed like his financial stuff. I didn't really watch his GameStop stuff, but I don't know what's happened to him recently, but now he's gone all in on this whole Israel thing where everything is about Israel. Everything has to be blamed on Israel. And I guess that's where he lost his way. So ultimately he can do whatever he wants. It's up to him. It's his life. He can choose what he wants to do. He has the right to freedom of speech, just like the rest of you do, to say and believe what you want. And I have the right to criticize it. That's the case. And that's what I'm going to do.
I agree. Well, guys, I think that's going to be it. Ian did say, Ashton, that he would be willing to come on in a couple weeks, but I don't even want to entertain that because I don't think he will show up in 2 weeks.
But he
even
did
if
say,
hold on, Sherry, let me finish. In 2 weeks, he said he would come on, and everybody's like, bring Ian back on, and yet, of course, he's not going to come on. And I honestly kind of knew that he was not going to come on this particular episode.
I kind of felt it too. But he also said it was because of Ashton's rhetoric on X or Twitter.
That's not the reason why he didn't come on, because he was going to get annihilated. You guys listened to the whole thing. So let's not make excuses for these people, right? He needs to just be honest, right? He needs to be honest. He should have also been honest about his opinions of MH370. And I don't think he was being honest about that either. Like the thing I hate the most is when these people are kind of deceptive. They're afraid to tell their true opinions. I value honesty. That's why I like Nick
Mhm.
Fuentes. I don't agree with him. I'm not a racist. I'm
Yeah,
not even
me
anti-Semite or what
too.
have you. But he's honest about his
Yes,
opinions. He'll say what
yes,
he means and what he feels. Ian Carroll's afraid to say what he feels because he's afraid of how the backlash. Those are the people that I can't stand. So
Yeah.
step one, tell the truth. Tell your true
Mhm.
opinion. That's my
Yeah.
last thought.
And
Yeah.
and Ashton, I don't, like I said, I don't necessarily agree with everything you said tonight for sure, but I think that we have. I mean, I 100% agree with the Israel notion of Charlie Kirk's assassination, but we talk about this all the time on our podcast. If people want to follow our podcast, it's Investigator with Podcast on Spotify. We mostly do audio. We'll start doing more video stuff. And obviously, Ashton, you're on YouTube and X and all of that. Just X Ashton or Ashton Forbes on YouTube. Let us know what you guys think. Let us know, is there a bigger conspiracy behind this? I think in the next few weeks, we're going to find out a lot more. We have Erica Kirk going to be talking Wednesday about this. And so, Ashton, I will say, if she says some crazy stuff on that episode, it's we got to get
I
you
Be
hope
back.
back, and
so.
I'll have to eat a lot of crow. We'll see.
I
Yeah.
hope so.
I doubt she will, but we'll see. But guys, that's going to be it for us. Thank you, Ashton, for coming on. We appreciate everybody for listening. Maybe next time we'll get Ian Carroll on the show. And there is Ashton. We would have Ashton dance if we had music at the end of this, because Ashton does do dancing every once in a while.
Yeah,
but
because we have to dance in Charlie Kirk's
memory.
memory. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I couldn't think of the word. Sorry.
All right, guys. Till next time, we love you. Peace out.